Hello, my name is Cinthia Hyatt. I have been counseling, coaching, and consulting individuals, companies, families, churches, couples, and so on since 1990. And through these many years of experience, through watching and researching, I have learned some very basic and core truths which continue to stand the test of time. These I have found to apply to everyone, everywhere. The next couple of minutes, I'm going to elaborate on 3. The first is, you are alive for a reason. God created you with a purpose, weaving this purpose into your very creation. The second is you can affect change in yourself and the world around you. And thirdly, pain is inevitable, and the effective management of it is imperative if you are to be who you were originally created to be. So the first and most fundamental truth is that you are alive for a reason. Your life is not an issue of happenstance. You are here for a purpose. There is a point to all this. So, why are you here? What are you going to do about being alive? You will either be surviving or thriving. Whether you believe it or feel it, your presence matters. You affect this world and the people around you positively or negatively. The fact that you will influence others is a given. Regardless of your position in this life, you will affect people, places, and things. Now, we live in a world that is extremely interconnected and highly complicated. What kind of effect are you having? Are you one of those people that leave others feeling replenished, renewed, and reinforced? Or are you the person that leaves people needing to be repaired and restored? Why is this so important? I believe if you are being the best version of yourself, you will add, not detract from others and the world around you. You have something in you that is unique, special, and original. The most important question you could ever ask yourself is, am I the best version of myself? What is the best version of yourself? Whether you are being a parent, an employee, an executive, a spouse, or a friend. Secondly, the most important question is, what is holding you back from being your best version? This is where the concept of life management comes into play. I want to teach you to be your own life manager, learning to manage your own best version of who you are and what role you are operating within. I love my job. I love teaching individuals, families, and corporations, etc., how to be their own best version. To be the version that is unique, original, and unable to be copied. Trust me, dysfunction is never original, nor is it creative. Rather, it is predictable and common, stealing from you what is original, unique, and authentic. I want you to be your own best version, the cutting-edge version of yourself, the version of the future. However, if you have not overcome your past, you cannot become your future. If you are living in the past, lamenting over your past mistakes, missed opportunities, dwelling in shame, or running away, you will be unable to achieve your best future. Secondly, if you are one of the fortunate individuals whose past is filled with success and happiness, your best version still needs to be continually updated, revised, and refined. Otherwise, your past may be brilliant, but it will not be new. The second truth, I can affect change in myself and the world around me. What does this mean? Let's take a couple of minutes and see. Because if I don't understand this concept, I will then just survive my life. Because people, places, and things will affect me. I will go through life hoping that it treats me kindly, hoping I will be successful, hoping that my relationships work out. I will then depend on luck. My life will be happenstance, and I will feel like I'm only alive to survive it. 600 years ago, Thomas à Kempis wrote, "Everywhere you go, there you are." If I understand the power of effect, then I begin to realize that I choose consciously or unconsciously whether I will live my life proactively affecting my world or live a life reacting to the effect coming toward me. You've also heard the axiom, if you don't like what you're getting, stop doing what you're doing. Then truthfully, it's an internal job. It's about me. The change must emanate from within. This is the only place I truly have control. Maybe I need to change what I'm doing. Maybe I do not understand how I'm affecting my external world. If I live my life trying to control people, places, and things, I will fail. If I want to effect change in people, places, and things, then the change must come from within, and it must be manifested in my behavior and my attitudes. You see, the greatest way to change my external world is to change my internal world. I cannot create outside myself what is not within me. Because what is within me, I will take everywhere I go, because it is in me. And it will not be somewhere outside of me, in some other person or something waiting to be found. Too often as leaders, parents, friends, etc., we focus on external circumstances or people. Every time we focus on the externals as a way to feel better internally, we lose the power to truly influence change. Ironically, we end up giving the external concerns the power to now control us. You see, ultimately, I can only control one thing. That is how I respond to the people and things around me. It is very tempting to endeavor to change the external things. We may think it is a more efficient or faster road to productivity, success, and pain relief. However, all it really accomplishes is weariness, in that we spend our limited time and energy on things we either cannot control or on creating temporary change. And sadly, we usually end up exhausted, frustrated, and demoralized. Logically, we know that to efficiently achieve a set of desired results, the key is to wisely use all the resources available. When it comes to influencing change, we immediately look to the external world, not realizing that truly effective and long-lasting change are those which are internal. This is to say, the fastest, most efficient, most likely successful way to influence change is to, again, change my internal world. Now, our words and actions are important. In fact, your words alone can affect the decisions and behaviors of others. Your actions, too, can affect the perceptions, notions, and presuppositions of those around you. Yes, you have a responsibility to the world around you. Whether you are a CEO of a company, a parent, a pastor, a friend, an employee, you need to realize the impact you have. You were born for a reason. Do it well. And thirdly, pain is inevitable, and the effective management of it is imperative if you are to be who you were originally created to be. Now, our internal world is filled with wonderful qualities, as well as past hurts, failures, and our own weaknesses. Many times our weaknesses have brought us pain, anguish, embarrassment, and regret. If you are truly a unique, occurring only one-time individual, then just as your strengths, talents, and destiny are unique, and only occurring one time, so are your weaknesses, failures, and missed opportunities just as unique. My philosophy is somewhat different, in that I believe the whole person must be managed. In other words, both my strengths and weaknesses must have time spent on them in order to be a well-balanced and congruent individual. Again, my own best version. The more you understand, accept, and work on your weaknesses, as well as your vulnerabilities, the better able you will be to mitigate the effect they have on your strengths. We spend an inordinate amount of time on our strengths and do not learn how to protect and support and cover our weaknesses. I have found that individuals who are not afraid or ashamed of their weaknesses are far more effective, more authentic, and far less mistake-making than those who are afraid and ashamed of them. Some of our weaknesses, when not characterological and properly managed, are incredibly life-giving, adding pleasure and happiness to our lives, and are often the most endearing qualities to those that love us. Both strengths and weaknesses need to be managed in order to be the best version of me. Now, the absence of pain is not possible when living in an imperfect world with imperfect people. The goal is not the alleviation of pain, but the acceptance, management, and growth that comes from dealing with it. I can either have my pain be in vain or my pain for gain. I can either survive or thrive. I cannot live on this planet with no pain. In fact, avoiding pain only brings more of it, causing me to live as a victim to myself and my circumstances, and eventually a victim to my own internal world. I must allow pain to become wisdom and maturity versus cynicism, bitterness, and jading. The wisdom and maturity that comes from managing pain inevitably leads to success and well-being in the areas that generally have caused the most pain. I consistently and repeatedly tell clients that the impetus behind being your own best version is that I do not wish to make God's job any harder than it already is. I don't want to unnecessarily get in His way as He heals, corrects, updates, revises, and refines His world and His people. He truly changes the world one person at a time. Be one of those people. Be the best version of yourself. My many years of counseling, coaching, and consulting, and simply trying to figure out my own life, have afforded me a keen understanding of the human condition. These experiences have also sharpened my ability to identify and understand your internal world. Those thoughts, those perceptions, choices, paradigms, memories, experiences that all have affected your external world. This internal world then determines and often creates behaviors, attitudes, and circumstances that can and do have far-reaching effects on your productivity, your quality of life, and how healthy your relationships are. Most likely, you, your family, your organization, or staff is in a position that would benefit from my insights and understanding. I truly look forward to working with you and helping you live your life well, helping you be the best version of you, your own best version.